My name is Crystal. I own a luxury travel agency, and after spending 5 years living in the Caribbean island of Aruba, my husband and I relocated to Miami. We love spending time with our dogs, but we spend a lot of our time traveling the world. Follow along my entrepreneurial journey for luxe travel content and more. This life I built at one time was just a dream, but welcome to my reality. Welcome to Explora One, the only Rolex authorized dealer at sea where you can walk in and buy a Rolex. So this video is going to be all about one of the best ways to buy a Rolex, but if you're interested in what you see in terms of the cruise ship aspect, reach out to us at my travel agency in the description of this video. It costs you $0 extra to use us, and we'll give you all the insight and book your trip, and you can take care of buying the Rolex. We are on board Explora Journeys, a new luxury cruise line where my husband is buying his very first Rolex. He's never been on a wait list, and we've concluded this is the easiest place in the world to buy a Rolex. Yep, out to sea, on their first ship, Explora One. Now, disclosure, this is how everything is operating as of July 2025, but things may change in the future, which is why you should reach out to us to get the current situation and book your cruise. If you are interested in learning more about the cruise experience itself, I just made another video on that, so check out my channel to view that one. This is the watch he ended up going with. Now keep watching for more tips and how this all came to be. It's another night out here on Explora watching people buy Rolex watches. The store just opened and they are fully stocked yet again. We were just talking about how crazy it is. Like, this is truly, I think, I don't know, I'm not like a Rolex connoisseur, but like the best place to come. Like, if you want a Rolex, just book the cruise, because the cruise is going to cost you probably less than 10 grand, but then you can get pretty much a Rolex of your choice.
Yeah, the lady said, like, give me a reference number.
Yeah, she said something like, let me know which one you want, and if we don't have it in the back room, we'll try to like source it basically while you're on the ship. So it's pretty crazy. Like, any other Rolex store I've ever seen, first of all, they don't even let you in, but then it's like they have 3 watches or something like that, and then you said you can't even really buy them, right? Like, if they have
Some
3
stores,
watches.
some stores like in Miami, they will say the ones on display are not for sale, and then they make you
And
sign
here,
in.
every one on display is for sale, and they keep putting new ones out. So like, he bought one, they put like there's an hour time slot for every person, and sometimes 2 people go in an hour. Like, for instance, if one person buys their watch within 20 minutes, then they will like let someone else in if they were to walk in, kind of thing. So you're talking, it's open tonight from 7, I assume, until like 1. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So like 6+ watches a night for a 7-day cruise.
And they have
7,
really
14, 21,
good
28, 30,
selections.
40, like over 40 watches that they're probably going to sell.
have-
And then I said, well, what if I wanted one? Because they had some really cute women's ones. I was like, it's only allowed 1 per stateroom, right? Because when we toured the ship back in December, I could have sworn they told us it was 1 per stateroom allowed. But a lot of rules have changed. The bartender was telling us, and we've just noticed since they first opened. So she was like, no, if you want one, you can get one too. But the thing is, like, if you bought, what did she say? If you buy
A sport, like a GMT, you cannot buy another GMT.
So it sounds
So
like
you
it's
have to
based
have, like,
on.
a big jaws and a GMT, not like 2 of the same.
Well, is that because those are more exclusive?
The GMTs?
Yeah. So they don't want you to take 2 of the most wanted ones, essentially.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It also seemed like she had a lot of power over it. She was like, "Well, I'll let you." Like, it looked like she could make that decision. So the whole thing is really crazy. So now we're just watching people buy watches.
And if you want like a really like a presidential, they have like 4 or 6 of them in display.
That's
which
just
is
display.
really hard to get. Like presidentials, like rose gold, they have the
Right, that's
in
just
the
on
platinum.
display. We don't know what they have in this secret back room that she kept going to. Like, I'm envisioning like 100,000 Rolex watches back there.
I'll
like,
show you guys what they have on the window. You will be surprised.
Crazy. So also now you need like a reservation to go in, which I'm gonna find out right now. I'll go talk to the guy and see how that works, because when we were on the ship in December, we toured it for the day, so Rolex was not open. We were just in port in Miami, because don't forget it opens when you're out to sea, so you need to be a certain amount of, nautical miles out to sea before they can legally open. And he said, yeah, you just could walk in. It's like the only Rolex store you can walk in. Well, again, things have changed since then. I think it's become very popular. I think people are specifically going on this ship just for this. Like, I really do. Because every guy we're meeting is buying a Rolex. It's like a thing here. Like, you see a guy with a Rolex, you're like, oh, did you just buy that? Like, it's a known thing. So we walked in. The first day we came on the ship, Mike scoped out the window, everything, and then right after dinner, like it was like 30 minutes after it opened, we literally just walked in. And I don't know how we bypassed security or what happened. We did. And the woman inside was like, do you have an appointment? And we were like, no, we're just here to buy a watch. She said, no, you need an appointment. So we go outside, we're like, what? The guy's like, yeah, the next appointment we have is like basically the last day of the cruise. At that point, that many people had already signed up. So then I start with my shit and I'm like, well, he's ready to buy one right now. Like, this has been a thing since we came on the ship in December, that Mike was like, no, when we go, I'm making it a goal to buy one when I'm there. So we're like, no, we're absolutely buying one. So I'm like, all right, well, we're going to be at the bar right here because the bar is right outside. I was like, so if someone doesn't show up, he's ready to buy one right now. We go and we don't even sit down. Like, we're like 2 seconds and like, all right, come in. And then he bought one right then and there. I mean, he tried them on. It was like maybe 20, 30 minutes. But
And then we found out that the previous customer only took 30 minutes. So you get
they had like a window.
Yeah, you get an hour for every appointment. So the first one only took 30 minutes.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ask the guy right now how the whole appointment thing works, because I don't know if you, like, was that something we could have signed up for as soon as we got on board? I feel like, I don't think so. I think you have to wait till they open and then sign up. So I'm going to find out right now. You have to go down as soon as it opens. So you have to ask whoever, the bartenders, the schedule. They will tell you what time it opens. It depends on how far out to sea they are. So 7 p.m., let's say, you want to stand in front of Rolex at 7 p.m. and you're going to get an appointment. You're probably not going to get it that night, but if you're smart, do like we did. Say, I am ready to buy one right now. I'm going to be at this bar, which is right there. The guy will know who you are, and if someone takes 20 minutes, he will give you the 30, 40 minutes to go in there and buy one. Here's another crazy thing. We met this other guy who's been on the ship a week prior, so he's doing 2 back-to-backs. He just goes to him like, oh, did you get your tax rebate thing? And Mike's like, no, I didn't get that. And then, so we're having this conversation in front of the Rolex guy, and he's like, no, that's because you were in a different region. I don't know.
They were in Europe.
We're in Europe
waters.
too. Well, we're in the Aegean Sea, but I don't know. There's different laws. You're supposed to claim it when you go back to the U.S. That's a thing. But he did not pay tax on the ship. So there are different rules when it comes to that. Another thing, the more sea days that you have, the more appointments there are, because they're out in international waters longer. We only have 1 sea day. 1 sea day is 10 appointments, or it could be more if someone's quick. So 10 to 10 to open at a sea day. Tonight there's only 3 appointments. So that's only 3 people that can buy a watch, basically. So if you're on a route with 2 sea days, you're gonna have more opportunity. If you're coming on the ship just to buy a Rolex for the most part, then come on a thing where there's a lot of sea days. We were just talking to him about the fact that we want to go to F1 in Monaco on the ship, and then I was like, wait a minute, you're going to be in port the whole time. Will this be open? He said something like last year they got some special permit. I mean, we don't know if this is going to be a thing again next year. That's something to consider too, is like, just because you come in, for instance, Monaco, they're parked outside the whole time, so then it might not be open. But we would have the opportunity to go on a week sailing prior or after and couple it, and then it would be open starting. So a lot of information and stuff.
I asked about their stock. It's like that's disclosed
Oh
information.
yeah, Mike said, well, how big is your stock? He goes, we don't disclose that information. It was one of those, like, that's our boy now. So he was like, we have a pretty good stock. And we were like, well, we know, because he tried on 3, 4 from the back room, and every time people are buying one, there's new ones coming out. So the stock must be, like, it makes me want to
They
throw
definitely
up.
have gold pieces. All the nice, like the presidential, he said they don't move as much because of the price. They have a lot of
variety. And then I said to him, like, people are going to start coming on this ship just because of Rolex. Like, people, and he's like, it's already starting. Like, people who,
Oh yeah.
yeah, people who don't usually cruise, because think about it, if you have to pay $10,000 for a cruise. It's all inclusive. It's gorgeous. You're going to have an amazing time. But you want to buy this Rolex and you can't find a Rolex like this specific one anywhere else. What is a 50 or 60,000? Like if you're willing to spend 50 or 60,000 dollars on a Rolex, what's a $10,000 cruise to you? So this is something I need to market. Actually, I need to have my SEO team market Rolex, and then be like, if you want a Rolex, I know where to send you.
He even said this is the best way to get a Rolex.
He said there's
the
one other
only
store in Dubai.
He knows another one that's not this is in Dubai, that you can walk in and buy whatever Rolex you want. So it's definitely this one and then Dubai.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
here you
so
can buy
impressed.
anything on display. He said, like, yeah, you want it, buy it.
Yeah, and they have stuff in the back too.
Miami, you go in and ask them, hey, is that? No, it's not. It's not for sale.
Wait, but what's the one that you wanted that they didn't have?
The GMTs, which I saw last. They have GMTs.
No, you
here?
didn't want the GMT. You wanted something with the green.
Oh, like the same this, but the green dial.
So there are
They didn't have
some
that one.
things they don't have exactly, but they do have an amazing stock.
But they said they have a lot.
Yeah,
The guy
that was
said
when the
he
guy
has
was
a
like,
lot of,
he was like, yeah, we have a,
colors, types.
yeah. He was cool. It was really cool. And then he was appreciative because I told him, hey, give our spot to someone else. I don't want to hold a spot on someone, you know, and we know we're not buying another one. So he was cool. But that's it. If you want a Rolex, first of all, you better book your trip with Wanderlust Jet Setter. It costs you $0 extra to book your Explora cruise with us. And then we will make sure you know all the ins and outs of the Rolex situation.